Hello guys, welcome back to Funny Soft Tech. Yeah, yes, now we are in validation phase now. So strictly we are going to complete this validation and we'll moving into that J2E architecture. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to checking whether the roll number message is null or not. Okay, if it is not null, I'm going to uh, nullify this value. Control C, Control V equals to null. Okay, next I'm going to check name message also. Control V. So name message, where is that? Name message, and to get the element by using name message ID, and I'm checking whether this element having data or not. If the data is there, then I'm going to make it as a null. This is the very first time, guys. Okay, very first time validation. Control C. Then I'm going to check third one. It's like a quotes, right? Quotes message. Control C. Then here you can replace it. Control V. So if it is not empty, then I'm going to make it as a empty. Okay, Control V. Yes, save it. Then open admin home.jsp. Right click on it. Run as run on server. Okay. Yes. Now my application is on. Control C. I'm going to hit my URL in Edge browser. Control V. Okay. Yes. So add student, right? Add student. See, this is my form, and I'm going to hit add student without entering the data. If I hit this, see, roll number should not be empty, name should not be empty, code should not be empty. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to give data, and if I hit add student, then I need to remove. I mean, it should remove number should. I mean, this roll number is going to remove because of we are entering data, right? That's what. Just see what will happen. Yes, fine. Now it is removed. Remaining two will be display. Okay. So if I enter here, then click add student. Now a student name also, that validation message is removing. Okay, then codes. If you click codes and click add student, now only the request is going to hit server. Okay, request is going to hit server. Add student controller. Okay, okay, fine. um Before that, I need to make this validation message as some color like red color. Okay, so see, simple change. Open your IDE and go to add student.jsp. Okay, here we can use one more DOM here. DOM changes. See, if roll number is null, then I'm appending this roll message, right? But I need the red color message. Okay, I'm going to apply style in runtime. Okay, how to add CSS styles at runtime using DOM, using JavaScript. Okay, so see, this is the span tag, correct, right? So instead of that, I don't want to use at a time this. I'm going to get that span element first, where span element equals to, how to get the element, by using document dot get element by id. What is the id of that span? If you see here, roll number span, see where is the roll number span? After the input tag is the span, right? Span id is roll number message. First I need to get this span element. Okay, how to get that span element? By using document dot get element by id. The get element by id returns the span element. So what is the id? Roll number message. So control v. So as of now I am getting span element. Now span element is there in span ele variable. Now I am going to set that span element red color. Okay, how can I set? See, span element dot style dot red color. Okay, span element dot style dot red, or style dot, sorry, color, right? Color equals to red. So we are applying style for the span element. Which style we are going to use? Color style. Okay, color is red color. Now style is we are setting. Next we are going to append this message to that span element. Appending in the sense inner html. So how can you use? We have a span element dot inner html. Inner html equals to our message. Message is there in roll number message. Control C, control V, then semicolon, control S. Now go to your site and refresh it. We'll check what will happen. If you click add student, see, roll number should not be empty. We are setting red color at runtime. Okay, now we are going to set these two messages also red color. So simply you just, if you want, you can just copy and paste it. Control C, control V. So what is the span element name? Name message. Control C, control V. Okay, here name message. Control C, control V, then remove this element. Okay, okay, fine. Next, same. Yeah, hi Ronnie, hi Phani. Okay, now course status, same. You can copy these 3 lines, control C, and paste it here, control V. Okay, so the span id is course message, control V, and red color and message variable course message. Okay, now fine, you can comment it, save it, then go to your site, refresh it, and check one more time. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, fine, now everything is fine. Now we are going to see third session. Okay, now session 2 is completed. Add student JSP is created, completed, and by using HTML form creation and validation completed by using DOM JavaScript. Okay, yes, that's good. Now we are going to see JEE high level architecture. Okay, what is MVC in JEE level? Okay, just go ahead and understanding what is JEE MVC. Okay, so nowadays we are using Spring and Struts, JSF, some frameworks architectures, right? So we need to understand first basic architecture. Okay, from this basic only we are I mean these Spring people and JSF people, everyone developing these MVCs. Okay, so first, why we need MVC? Okay, J2W MVC, basic MVC. So first question is why we need MVC. Okay, in historical manner, okay, how it's look like. So this is my U, for example, this is my view. View means our U layer, like HTML a JSP file. Okay, this is my view, and this is my server side coding. Okay, client tier architecture. If you see the client tier architecture, this is called client tier architecture. Okay, two tier architecture, so like a client and server. So server side, we are ultimately we are going to use servlet only. Okay, servlet. So servlet itself, we are writing like controlling in the sense, if you use any form submission here, okay, we need to get the values from the form, that is called controlling, and do whatever you want. I mean, wherever you want, you can send the data, either like a database or somewhere. Okay, so this is my database. This is my database. This is my database. Okay, first I'm getting the data from the UI and stored into database. Control, that is called controlling as of now. So after controlling, we need to, if any business logic is required, okay, we need to perform here itself, business logic. Okay, after controlling in the sense getting the data from the HTTP request, HTTP protocol, I'm doing some business logic over the data. Okay, and finally we are going to use some database connection logic, DB connection. Ultimately we need to write get connection logic, right? If you want to connect any database, we need connection logic, that is called JDBC logic. Okay, DB connection logic, it means JDBC. JDBC logic we need to write. If you have any server side validations, then here itself, I mean controlling, that is comes under controlling part. So control itself we are writing like validation, server side validations, everything. Okay, DB connection. Then finally we are written the response written to our view layer. Okay, this is the two tier architecture. If you maintain this, okay, in future you may want to change this DB connection logic from JDBC to Hibernate or any ORM tools, then you need to modify entire servlet logic. Okay, this is called dependency, it's like a coupling. Okay, so our code is depending on some other logic, you need to change other logic also. Okay, if you change this, if you remove this, then you need to remove entire logic itself. Okay, so this is not a correct procedure actually. Okay, so we are, I mean, this servlet is strictly tightly coupling with other classes and other logics. Okay, that's what MVC comes into picture. Okay, MVC come into picture. So what is that MVC, what mainly it said? Okay, we'll see now. So what is the typical architecture of the MVC, J2E MVC? Okay, so ultimately MVC in the sense, we can extend that MVC model view controller, this is called MVC. Okay, so view, so it having three types, model and view and controller. Okay, first the request is starting from view layer, ultimately it is a view is the front end, of course we know. This is the view layer, so we are using like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, JSPs, okay, other like Angular or etc. These are all the view technologies. Okay, this is the view layer. Then after that controller, it means that is the client and this is the server. And server side, ultimately the first one gateway means our HTTP gateway is nothing but servlet, it's a controller. Okay, to controlling the logic, to controlling the data. This is the controller. So controller, we are using technologies like servlet, maximum we are going for servlets only. servlets. Now model layer. Now model layer. This is the model. Model having business, actually we are saying as a business data, business logic. This model having, okay, model having business logic, business logic, business logic. So servlets is the controlling the data. So model having business logic. So model itself we are dividing into two types. Okay, to organizing business logic, again here for example in business having business logic, right, it means our actual business logic in this class, if it is model is a single class, actual business logic is there, and along with database connectivity logic, database logic. Okay, database logic also there. If you want to change database logic from one place, I mean one technology to another technology, then again it is strictly coupling with actual business logic. Okay, that's what they are dividing model layer also in some ways. See here, so two layers. So one is the service or business delegate. Okay, one is the service layer, another one is the DAO, data access object layer. So service layer, ultimately we are using only business logic, only business logic. In DAO we are using only database related logic, database related logic, database related logic. Okay, so this is the actual MVC, guys. Okay, so the request is coming from U layer, then immediately it is getting hit controller. So controller will validate the data and do controlling and hit the service layer. From request service to it goes to DAO layer and do database operations, in the sense it hit the database for storing purpose or retrieving purpose. We are going to use database, then get the data. Again DAO is written back to the data into data to service layer, service written back to controller, controller is going to render the request in the U layer. Okay, so this is actual MVC. So if we see the technical architecture MVC, then delete it. Okay, yeah, controller, service and DAO. Okay, now the data, how the data is going to transfer, in which format it is going to transfer. Okay, which objects we need to use here. The technical architecture. So the request is going like this through the http request. Okay, then our gateway like controller understand that http request and parse it and get the data by using some methods, http methods. Okay, and make it one object. That object name as we are call like we are calling like that object as form object. Okay, form object. Okay, that's not a problem here. Form object is not required actually. If it is required, then only we can use. Delete it. You just get the data and make it an object. Make vivo object. What is vivo here? Vivo is nothing but value object. It's like a normal bean. So the object which is going to send from control layer to service, that is called vivo. So it's depending on developers, guys, developers and architectures, project architects. Okay, so actually now vivo is actually deprecated. If you really require, then you can use. In some companies and some architecture, they are using read only ro objects also, read only objects. Okay, like that they are mentioned that their convenient naming conventions. So actually in olden, I mean olden J2E architecture, we are called as a vivo object. Vivo is a normal poso class, okay, which is having the data which is getting from the UI layer, okay, and make it vivo object by the controller and send that object to service layer by the controller. Okay, so the request is sent to service along with vivo object. Okay, now service service layer get that vivo object and parse that object and do the business logic and make it one more object. So it make bo object. Okay, bo means business object. Okay, business layer makes bo object and send it to davo layer. So this bo and vivo everything is a pojo classes only. Okay, normal pojo classes only. For data transferring only we are going to use this objects. Okay, this is the bo object. Make sure bo means the object which is going to send from service layer to davo layer. So bo object having the data which is only useful for davo operations. Okay, are you getting? For database, if you want to send the data to database layer, so make sure we need to send the bo object. Okay, the request is going like this. Okay, along with the request bo object is going to send. Okay, now database is performing some database operations and send that bo object to database, store to database and get some data from the database. Okay, and make it one more object, makes dto object. Okay, dto means data transfer object. We are going to use dto here. So the request is going like this. The response, sorry, not request, the response. Okay, along with response, which object? dto object. This is the dto, data transfer object. Okay, so data transfer object. Now here data transfer object is there. Then our servlet, our controller is rendering the request in ui with along with the corresponding, I mean data, with the data whatever you want to display in ui, it's going to display in ui. Okay, I hope you understand the typical architecture of the mvc. So same architecture we are going to follow in our project now. Okay, now controller, service and davo, everything we need to take care to create these phases in our application, related to our application. Okay, so this is about session 3, like JEE MVC architecture explanation. Just high level explanation. I'm not going to deep into that architecture. If you need, just research in your Google. Okay, if you have any doubts, just ping me or mail me in my mail id phanikumar.javadev@gmail.com. Okay, now go to actual server side code development, servlet development session 4. Okay, let's go to your IDE. Okay, open your project. So now we are actual server side coding, right? Server side coding, we need to write under java resources folder. Java resources, under the java resources src is there. Okay, just right click on the src. You need to maintain some convention also, standards, coding standards. So new package, first we need to write controller com dot pst dot student management system dot controller. So controller, we are going to develop controller. So before that, we need to understand the actual what we need to develop. Okay, so this is the scenario. Add student.jsp completed. This is the add student.jsp, right? Now see here, this is add student.jsp page. Add student.jsp page. This is the UI. UI in the sense view layer. Okay, view layer. Now we are going to develop controller, corresponding controller to controlling the data. This is the controller. So controller name is, in this case, add, sorry, it's a class, right? Add student controller, controller.java. Add student controller Java. Okay, so this is our controller. Here it means it's a servlet. Now servlet is calls our service layer. Now so we are going to develop model layers. Model in the sense service and DAO. Okay, for maintaining business logic, I'm going to develop service layer. So this is student service. Okay, entire student related code we can put it in student service class. Okay, student service dot java. Then finally our DAO. This is the DAO. DAO name is student DAO. Student DAO, data access object layer. Okay, finally database. So this is the one flow. Okay, you need to develop this architecture now. Okay, just go ahead and create. If you want, you can close this. Okay, so controller, I'm going to develop one controller now. So right click, new, servlet. Okay, servlet. So class name is what is that class name? Add student dot servlet. Sorry, add student controller. Add student controller. Okay, just click next. Then here it's showing like URL mappings. You don't need to modify. If you want, you can modify. Otherwise, just leave it. And here if you need constructor, you can use constructors from the superclass, but in this case I don't want to use the constructors and inherited methods. If you want, you can choose which methods you want, do get or do post, because of in UI we are submitting the data, right? It should be post method. That's what I am selecting, do post method. Okay, then click finish. So now our servlet is ready. So I'm just removing these things. So if you need in-depth knowledge on servlets and how to create servlets and in configuration level, what is the deployment descriptor files like that, you just go ahead my previous tutorials, servlet tutorials, it may help you. Okay, so we are not going to configuration approach, we are using annotation approach. That's what we are using web servlet. Okay, we are configuring here. Okay, now see, this is the method. First I need to get the data, get data from UI. Okay, from UI. How to get? That's what our HTTP do post having HTTP servlet request, HTTP servlet response, right? So the data is in HTTP request. Okay, if we see here architecture, so our HTTP request flowing like this from UI to add student controller, right? This is the HTTP protocol request, HTTP. Okay, inside that HTTP only our data available, that add student, I mean form data. Okay, we need to get the data from the HTTP request. Okay, That's what they are giving, request and responses. Okay, this is the gateway. Since it is a gateway, HTTP gateway, only a gateway only understand that HTTP object. Okay, that's what. So see how we will get that request. Hey request, give me the data, like get parameter. So it asking which parameter you want, which data you want, which value you want. So open our form, add student form. Where is that? Add student.jsp, right? Yes, here. I need the value of this text box, which named as student roll number. It means roll number. This is the name, right? Roll number. Okay. Whatever we are entering in this text box, it means in this text box, student roll number text box, give me the data. Okay, like that we are asking into HTTP request object. Okay, that's what this method comes into picture, get parameter method. So the name of the text box is roll number. Okay, it returns, ultimately it is written string roll number. Okay, fine. Now string, what is that? Next roll number name, right? Name equals to request dot get parameter of name only, right? Sorry, this second text box name. Okay, name is a name. Okay, next gender having name as a gender, name as a gender. So string gender equals to request dot get parameter of gender. Nice. Next string course equals to request dot get parameter of course. These are the text box names, guys. Okay, now we are getting all the data. If you want, you can display here. It may works or not. Okay, better to test now itself. So test driven programming is the best practice. Okay, so data just plus, you can put roll number plus name, gender, next course. Whether the data is coming from UI to server or not, we need to check. That's what I'm just adding is sys out statement. Okay, just clean the project. Cleaning in the sense, we have is dot class files, right? Ultimately Java class is going to compile and developing dot class files. If you click clean, it removes all the dot class files and recompile all the files. Okay, so yeah, now go to hit your page, add student, refresh it. Now enter the data. 123 is my roll number, Phani, and some Java, and hit add student. So see, still it is not found. Okay, we'll see. So our servlet is ready. This is the endpoint. I mean, sorry, the URL of the URL pattern of the servlet. Control C, copy that, and here, whenever you click the submit button, the request is going to hit this URL. That is called action. Okay, you just give here Control V, add student controller, action, and the name of the controller method should be post method. Okay, Control S. Now see what will happen. I think you need to restart one more time the server. Better to restart. Right click on the server and click restart. Okay, now started. Now go to your browser, back, and refresh it, and type the data, student name and Java, and hit add student. Okay, now it is going to hit the add student controller. Okay, nice. Now see the data in IDE. See data 123 Phani mail Java. The data is coming to server side from the HTTP request, HTTP protocol request. Okay, now fine. Now data is there. Now we are going to save this data to data layer, I mean database. Okay, before that I'm going to create one table first in my database. Okay, I am using MySQL database. Okay, if you want, you can use Oracle, DB2, or whatever database you're having. You just go ahead and use the database. Okay, for me I am using a database. So this is the MySQL database. So these are all the databases. So I'm going to extend Bucci, this is my database, and I'm going to create one table. Okay, so right click on the database, yeah, database, and click create table. So first one, what is the first one? Roll number. Roll number. Roll number is the first field. The data type of the roll number is integer, int. Okay, integer. The length is I am going to give 20, and roll number, name, it's a student name, so I'm going to give varchar. Then length is some 40. Next, name. Then what is that next one? Gender. And here varchar I'm going to give 10 or 20. 20 size as a 20. After that, course here also varchar, and the size of the course is, you just give 20 simply. Okay, these four fields as of now it's enough. Okay, come down and click create table. So it asking like a table name. I'm going to give student, simply student. My table name is student. Hit enter. It asks like a table created successfully. Do you want to add more tables? No, one table is enough. Okay, so I have created my table. If you want, you can see the description. DESC, description of student. Okay, run the query. So this is my table structure, table schema. Then see the data. Select star from student. Now hit. Okay, nothing data is nothing. Okay, there is no data. So we need to save that data to this database from Java side. Okay, now data in servlet layer. Okay, just park it aside. Now I'm going to develop service layer. Okay, that's what I click on the src, new. Okay, new. Now I'm going to create one class here. Okay, student service. The package is service. Okay, simply click finish. Now we have a saving operation. So we have a method save student. Okay, this is the method which returns, as of now we don't know which type of data we need to return. That's what I'm going to give void, and it should be public. Okay, so now the thing is, I need to send this roll number, name, gender, course, these four variables to this class. Okay, for as a arguments. But sending arguments, it's like a the limit of the arguments is maximum we can send like 2 to 3 arguments. Okay, we are not going to send actually all the variables as a argument. That's what we are going to use pojo classes. Okay, I'm just going to create one pojo class with these arguments, and set this data into that object, and I'm going to send that object to this service layer. Okay, That's what. So which poser class I need to use? Just see the architecture here in our MEC. Okay, from controller to service, Vivo object. Now I'm going to create Vivo object. Okay, see, under the src, create new class, name is the student Vivo. Okay, package com dot pst dot student management system dot Vivo. Simply click finish. Now we have a 4 attributes, right? 4 attributes: roll number, name, gender, course. Okay, you just put it those variables into Vivo class. So the rules, it should be private variables: private int roll number, private string name, student name, private string gender, then private string course. Okay, private variable, we are going to hide the data. Okay, this is called data hiding in OOP concepts. Then we need to set setter and getters for the abstraction. Okay, how to set? Go to source, right click on the workspace, go to source, generate setter and getters. Okay, generate getter and setters. So I need all, select all. Okay, just click generate. Okay, now setter and getter methods is developed here automatically. Okay, save it. Now my student Vivo is ready to use. Okay, go to your controller and create a object of that service, Vivo. See, I'm going to initialize here, declare here student Vivo, student Vivo, student Vivo equals to null. I'm going to initialize null value. Now I'm going to initialize here object student. So if you want, you can remove this line, control D. So student Vivo equals to new student Vivo. I'm creating an object of student Vivo and put it in student Vivo reference. Then I'm going to set by using setter method, student Vivo dot set roll number. Okay, our roll number, this roll number variable I'm going to set here, but it is taking as a string, right? But it is a int. So the method is returning string format, but we are storing in integer. That's what I'm going to parse this string to integer. How to parse? Integer dot parse int. Okay, integer dot parse int of our string. Okay, fine. Now just go to give this roll number to here. Now student Vivo dot set name, set name. Okay, name. Next, student Vivo dot set gender, student Vivo dot set, after gender, what is that last one? Course, set course. So now we are going to make student Vivo object. So this student Vivo object I need to send to service layer. That's what I'm going to create an object of service. Control S. So here the method having student Vivo, it takes as a argument as student Vivo. Okay, yeah, so save it. Now I'm going to create an object of student service and call that method. I'm going to declare here student service student service equals to null. Make sure guys, I'm directly writing classes here. Okay, student service. But in typical in industry standard, we need to write interfaces first. Okay, every service having one interface. Okay, from that interface we are writing implementation classes. Okay, but now for very basic level, I'm directly creating student service. It's a concrete class. Okay, I'm not going for create any abstract class and that interfaces. Okay, so I'm going to create object of student service now. Student service equals to new student service. So I'm going to call the method which is inside the student service. Student service dot the method. What is the method? Save student. Save student of our Vivo object. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to pass this variable as of now. Okay, so which is, I mean, what it going to return? It will take care again. So this is the service. So now the data is in student Vivo. I'm going to use this student Vivo. Okay, I'm going to use this student Vivo. So business operation, but as of now there is no business logic here. Business operations, you can do some business logic here and call the DAO class, database class. So I'm going to create DAO new, okay, class student DAO, and DAO also we need to create interface first. So from that interface we are going to create classes, because of there are multiple database technologies, right? That's what. Okay, but I'm going to create direct classes as of now. Com dot pst dot sms dot DAO. Click finish. So my DAO class in this database related logic we need to write here. So here one method like add student. Add student is my method. So this method is going to add the data to database. Okay, it should return void. It should be public. Okay, then you can get some value, right? We need some data, that service data. So here this is the Vivo. Same like which data we need to use? See here, architecture. From service to DAO, Vivo object, business object. Okay, I'm going to create Vivo object now. So right click on the service, new class student Vivo. Com dot pst dot sms dot Vivo business objects. Okay, just click finish. So this also same as Vivo object. So I'm going to copy and paste. Control E. Same content only. Control V. Okay. Now fine. Save it. Now that Vivo is going to use here. Student Vivo. Student Vivo. Student Vivo. Okay. Then do database operation. Database operation logic. Okay, so I need to create a connection now. Make sure now we are going to see JDBC connection, how to create a JDBC connection. Okay, so just park it aside. I'm going to create one utility classes or helper classes. Okay, com dot pst dot sms dot util. I'm going to use util or helper, anything, no problem. Okay, the class name is DB database, DB connection. DB connection is my class name. See here, who are all are new for this JDBC, we can easily understand this JDBC logic. Okay, for first step we have a 4 steps, guys. First step is load the driver. For second step is get the connection, and third step is creating statement, And fourth step is execute the statement, execute creating statement with query, our SQL query, and execute that if any return type is, and get the result set, get the result. Okay, execute the statement and get the result from the DB. If it is a normal operation, means just execute is enough. So the data is going to save the data into database. Okay, and close the connection, close the connection. These 5 steps we need to write to get the connection from the database. Okay, so if you need in-depth explanation, you just go ahead and see my previous tutorials for JDBC connection. It may help you for understanding that how to, JDBC logic, everything. Okay, so this class is ultimately generated the create the connection and return to wherever you want. Okay, so here I'm going to first step is load the driver. So I'm going to create one method public. So for example void, and the method name is get connection. I'm going to use get the connection. This is a method, or get con. If you confusing in the sense, you use just get con. Okay, so inside this method I'm going to write first step. What is the first step? Load the driver, class dot for name. So the driver is mysql dot driver dot uh, I'm not sure actually, just a second, I'm going to check. Exact URL pattern we need to give. Com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, com dot, this is the driver class you can get from internet. So it's related to our driver. We are using mysql, right? That's what I'm going to use, this one. Okay, com dot mysql, yeah. Okay, now stream is good. Okay, com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Driver is the class. Driver is the class which is coming from com mysql jdbc package. Okay, so where this driver is available, this driver class, it is in mysql connector driver. So I just go to I'm just use that jar file. I already downloaded the downloads jar file. So mysql connector 5.1.2. okay, I'm just going to copy it and put it in your library lib under the web content, and the web inf, paste it. Okay, paste here. Now my jar is ready. So this jar having this class, driver class. Okay, so it's showing like some class not found exception. That's what I put it in try and catch block. Try and catch. I'm going to use exception root exception class, exception g e dot print stack trace. So in this project I am not going to use any exception handling, user friendly exceptions, custom exceptions, guys, because of there is no time. Actually I need to finish this session, and in upcoming sessions we can maybe we may plan like this everything. Okay, so class dot for name. So first loading is completed. Now I'm going to get the connection object. So driver manager is the class which is coming from java.sql package. So inside this class we have one static method, get connection method. It takes as a URL. Okay, URL, and it returns this connection method is written, see here, connection object. Okay, that's what I put it in connection object here, connection, which is written for which is coming from connection dot java dot sql, make sure, and con. Okay, URL is, this is also related to database, so I am using MySQL database, right? JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost colon, my port number is 3306, my database port number, and slash. So which database we are going to use here? bujji, right? So inside that I am using student, that's what I am going to give database name bujji. Okay, so bujji. Okay, this is my database name. Now I am going to give my database username and password. Username is root and password is Phani, simply. Okay, this is the URL string. Now connection object is there in cyn variable, so this variable I need to return. Okay, so this is the method I am going to return here, return connection. So I am going to return connection, right? So which type? This one, connection class type. So control C, instead of void I am giving connection type. Okay, so I don't want to create db connection because of I am going to use several classes. That's what I'm going to make it as a static. Okay, static. Okay, static method. If you make it as a static, so I need to declare this connection variable also static. Control C and put it in global. Control V equals to null. I am initializing here, and it should be static, and this variable, maybe you can put it as a private variable, private static connection con equals to null. Okay, just delete it, connection, that's it. Now our database connectivity connection is ready. Whenever you call get connection method, automatically it returns the connection object. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to get the connection in our student DAO class. Okay, now get the connection which is from connection SQL con equals to, so yeah, it's a static class, static method, right? db connection dot get con, simply. Okay, now connection object is ready. So then I'm going to save the data, right? That's what I'm going to give string save student query. This is my query string variable, so it is using in this class only, right? That's what I'm going to give private, and I don't want to modify this. That's what I'm going to give final variable. Okay, and static private final static string, if you want you can. Okay, this is a final variable. I'm going to give query, like what is the query? Insert into table name. What is the table name here? Student of, so the columns roll number comma, next one name comma, gender comma, course. Okay, then values of, okay, values of I'm going to give dynamically. That's what I'm giving this positional parameter, question mark. Okay, this is my query, SQL query. Okay, now I'm going to third step. What is the third step? I'm going to create a statement. Okay, prepared statement java.sql prepared statement ps equals to connection dot prepared statement. Okay, I'm going to pass our query, save student query. Okay, so tasking like a SQL exception, throws SQL exception. That's what I'm going to put try and catch block. Catch exception e dot print stack trace. So just cut these two lines, Control X, and put it inside the try block. Okay. Now I'm going to execute the statement. PS dot. We have a method for executing execute query. Where is that? Execute query. Execute query. Fine. So this execute query. See what is going to return here? Execute query. Sorry, not execute query, guys. Execute query is the for select statements. Execute update. Sorry. Execute update for saving operation. Okay. So updations, deletions, and saving everything we can use execute update. Okay. Execute update returns int value. Okay. Execute update. So it returns int value, int I, for example. So here I'm going to set these three variables now. Sorry, four, right? Yeah, four variables. Okay, those variables are there in this student pivot. Okay, so see how I can give ps dot set int, okay, first one is the roll number is the integer value. So set int first question mark, the value is BO object student BO dot get roll number. Okay, now ps dot set int of second question mark, it means name, not set int, it's a string value varchar, right? So set string second question mark, the value is student BO dot get name. Okay, next third one ps dot set string third question mark and get the student BO dot get, what is the third one? Gender, right? Gender. Next ps dot set string, so fourth question mark and student BO from student BO dot get course, okay. Now I have set this data and I execute the query statement and get the integer value. So it returns whether it is a successful, it returns a positive value. If it is not there, it returns 0, I think so. So I'm going to check here, or you can return this I value. Okay, that's what I'm going to return type as int. Okay, so here I'm going to return this int value, return I, simply return I. So if I want to send, it should be global variable. So here I'm going to initialize this I equal to 0 initially. So you just remove integer. Now fine, save it. Okay, nice. Now I'm going to use completed. Now go to this student service, right? So it is written to student service. So since it is a single variable, I'm not using dt work, guys. Okay, only one variable only we are going to return, right? That's what I'm not going to create any dt objects. So this is my save student service. So I need to call the method which is inside the DAO class. That's what I'm going to initialize the object of DAO student DAO equals to null. I'm going to create an object here, student DAO equals to new student DAO. I'm going to call student DAO dot add student method, but it requires student bevo object. We have bevo object, we need to map this bevo to student bevo. Okay, that's what I'm going to create object of student bevo. Student bevo. Okay, student bevo equals to null. Now create a object student bevo equals to new student bevo. Make sure don't confuse. I'm going to prepare student bevo object for sending to this student devo class. Okay, so student bevo object is created. Student bevo dot set. I'm going to set everything. Set roll number. So the roll number which is in student bevo. Student bevo dot get roll number. Okay, simply next. I'm just going to copy this. Control C, Control V. Student bevo dot set name. Set name. Student bevo dot get name. Get name. Okay. Next, Control V. Set gender. Set gender. And student bevo dot get gender. Okay, and finally course. Set course. Set course and get course. From bevo we are getting that course and set it into bevo object. Get course. Get course. Okay, now my bevo object is ready. I'm going to call this method and passing this bevo object, and it returns integer value, right? Int I. Okay, and I'm going to send this I value to my controller because of our validation is there in controller level only. That's what I'm going to send I value. So if it is a I value integer type, right? That's what I'm giving return type as integer. Okay, now my service is ready. Control S. Now I'm going to controller. See controller. Save student of student vivo. We are going to give student vivo here, and it returns integer value. Okay, integer value, integer I. Now I'm going to check whether this value is, if I is not equals to 0, then I'm going to print writer response dot get writer dot print ln. I'm going to give successfully added, simply one message. Okay, now completed one flow project. Okay, I think some technical issue. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the application and click add student, then enter some data. 1 2 3. Before that you can check here database doesn't having any data, correct, right? Yeah. Okay, now student name I'm going to enter. Sorry, Phani. Okay, then mail and course, and hit the add student. Okay, see, successfully added. Okay, now see the data now. See, 123 funny mail and Java. Okay, fine. Now, instead of this successfully added this message, I'm going to redirect it to same page and display this message into on top of the form. Okay, on top of the form. It means on top of here, on top of here. Okay, I need to display. How can I do that? Let's see. That's what query parameter comes into picture. Now see the magic here. Controller is there, right? Add student controller. Response.getWriter successfully added. Instead of this, if it is not equal to 0, then you can redirect it to that first page, I mean that JSP page. That's what request dispatcher comes into picture. Request dot get request dispatcher, the target file name. What is the target file name? Add student.jsp dot slash add underscore student student.jsp. Okay, add student.jsp add student.jsp dot forward. Okay, we are giving request and response, and along with I am going to set one message. Request dot set attribute, like name is a one message, and here the value is also one message, or otherwise you can write one message here. String message equals to successfully stored, successfully added. You can use this msg here, this variable. I'm just set it this message variable in requesting scope, and just redirecting this request to add student.jsp. Open add student.jsp and get that variable. Okay, if you want you can get on top of it, script div inclusion. Okay, wherever, anyhow I need to get here. It's not a problem. So since it is a Java code, it's not a problem. Okay, yeah. So script, I'm going to get that right. String message equals to request dot get attribute. Get attribute of what is the name? msg only, right? See here, msg only, this is the name. Okay, I just set this message into requesting scope. Okay, put it in request object. Okay, I'm going to get that value here from the request dot get attribute, but it returns object format. Okay, but I'm giving here like a string format. I'm going to try to casting with string. What will happen, we'll see. String. Okay, nice. I'm going to convert to string. Okay, and I'm taking message. Okay, now data is in message. I'm going to display on top of the form add student. After the add student, I'm going to display here scriptlets. This is not a scriptlet. I am using expression tag, and along with my variable. Simply save it and go and retry once. Refresh. So initially it's showing null because of it is a null value. So okay, and roll number 111, and student is some Tony mail, and HTML add student. Sorry, I need to restart it, right? Control S, Control Shift S. See, I am not going to save this. That's what, Control Shift S. And if you want, you can restart the server. Yes, it's automatically restarted. Now go ahead and check. Refresh. Now try to give triple one. and triple one, triple three, student name Tony. See, if I click add student, it's showing like code should not be empty. Okay, our validation is also working fine, and hit add student. Okay, now see, it's redirecting to the same page and successfully added. The message is going to displaying here. Okay, super. Now at very first time, if you see here, at very first time showing null, right? First I need to remove that null. That's what I'm going to check one more level comparison checking. So here message, if null checking here, if very first time message having, ultimately it is a null. If it is a null, just make that message value as empty. Okay, then it's not going to display here. See, refresh it. Now see, it's not displaying, and I need to give some color here. Like how to give the color, font, right? Font tag, font only, right? Or you can give simply div tag here, div h4 slash h4. So h4 having font attribute, or you can give style color colon some green. We'll check whether it is working or not. Control S. I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to add 777 some ABC mail and Java. Hit that, enter. See, successfully added. Super. Now see our database. If you hit this, we have a multiple records. Okay, this is about add student module, guys. Next module is retrieving module, view all student. If I click view all student, it's going to display all the table, all the data. Okay, that is called view operation. Okay, just go ahead and create view operation now. So view all student vng. Okay, so this is the diagram, guys. So this is the diagram, view all students. So we are going to develop this. If I click view all students link, it's going to, the request is going to view all students controller first. So this controller calls service. Okay, so this service is calling Devo class. Devo class is going to hit the data, all the data from the database, and make it as one DTO object and return back to our controller. Okay, then its final output is written to view all students.jsp. Okay, first I need to create one controller, view all student controller. Now see here, just a second. Okay, now I'm going to create one controller. Open IDE. So under the controller, new servlet. So add student, view student. If you want, you can use view student, view student, view all students, view all students controller. Okay, view all students controller. Click next, view all students, in the sense get method, it's not a post method. HTTP methods we have, so we need do get. So there is no form submission, that's what I'm removing do post by using only, I'm going to use only do get method. Click finish. Okay, delete it. Control D, Control D. Okay, now this is my sublet. Now request and response. So I'm going to give this servlet URL pattern, Control C, to our admin home link, admin home.jsp, sorry, header, right, header.html. See, view all students. I'm going to give this link /Control V. If I click view all students, it hit the controller. Okay, the request is going to controller. This is our controller. Now what I need to do, I need to call the method. So before that, I need to create one method in DAO, student DAO. Here for one method for adding the student, I'm going to write one more method for retrieving the student. So view students, so it should be public. As of now I'm giving void, and I'm going to before you can write one SQL query. So private final string view student is the MySQL query. Select so I need these 4 columns, right? Control C, select roll number, gender, course from table name. What is the table name? Student. Sorry. So from student, okay. Name, gender, course from student. STRING. String. Okay, from student. Now I'm going to write the connection. Connection con equals to, how to get the connection? I have a class db connection class dot get connection. Now I'm going to create a statement. Okay, connection dot prepare statement, by passing the query view student. So it returns prepare statement object, prepared statement ps. I put it in try and catch blocks. Catch exception e, sorry, Control X, exception e, here e dot print stack trace. Just comment here for reusing purpose. Control C, Control V. Okay, so this is the try block. I just cut it this and put it in try block. Control X, Control V, and this is the exception class. Okay, now fine. Now then I'm going to execute that ps start execute query. Here we are using execute query. Okay, since it is a select statement, I'm going to use execute query. Then it ultimately it is written result set object, result set rs, ps start execute query. Okay, now I'm getting result set, multiple records set, right? That's what I'm going to iterate over result set rs dot next. If the records are there in a result set, Then I'm going to make one DTO object. So I'm going to create one DTO, create class. The package name is com dot Phani pst dot sms dot DTO. Here the student DTO object. So student DTO also same content as we see in here Vivo classes, same content only. So if you see here Vivo class, you just copy this and give DTO, save it. Okay, now I'm going to initialize the DTO object. Student DTO equals to null. So inside here I'm going to initialize DTO equals to new student DTO. I'm going to set DTO dot set roll number equals to rs result set dot get roll number is the first one, right? It is the int one, integer, get int of 1. Okay, DTO dot set so second one is the name, right? Set name. Here result set dot get string, second column, right? Column index is the second. So this index is coming from here, guys. So roll number is 1, name is the second, gender is the third, course is the 4. This is the indexes. Okay, DTO dot set gender. So this is the third one, rs dot get string 3. Next, DTO dot set course, rs dot get string of 4. Now one record only I'm going to set, but there are multiple records are there, correct, right? That's what I'm going to put each and every DTOs in one list. That's what I'm going to give one list. Okay, list which is coming from util package. So the type is student DTO. So list having collection of student DTO objects. So student list equals to null. Okay, if you want you can initialize here itself new array list. Dynamic binding I'm using array list which is coming from util package. Okay, fine. Now one object is ready. After that I'm going to set it into list. Control V, list dot add of our student DTO. So it's one iteration completed. Again, while having one more record, right? Second iteration, it creates one more DTO object and set the data and set it into list. So finally, I'm going to return this student list object. Okay, simply here return student list object. So student list is the list type, right? So I'm going to put return type as a this one. Okay, so here list of student DTOs. So I'm going to service layer now. Go to service. So student service. Where is the student service? Here. Student service. Here we are going to add one more method. Public void, for example, void get all students. Get all students. And here I'm going to call the method which is inside the service. So I have a object of DAO, right? DAO, student DAO. Control C, Control V dot, what is the method? View students. view students. So it returns list, right? We don't have any business logic, so I'm going to return here same list of list which is coming from util package, and here dto student dto. Okay, then here simply you can return here itself. That's it, our service is completed. Now it is coming to controller. Here you can call that. So you can create object of service, student service, student service, service equals to new service, new student service, service dot, what is the method? So get student, right? Get all students, and I am getting list of student dto classes, and list equals to. Okay, so student service, new student service, it's a method, constructor calling. Okay, nice. Now I have a list. Now I need to send this list to UI in our UI JSP page. How to send? You just go ahead and set request scope. Okay, how to put request scope? Request dot set attribute. So the name is simply you can put list. The object is list object. Okay, and redirecting this page to UI. So by using request dispatcher, request dot get request dispatcher. The target file is so not yet created, right? Okay, just make it like null dot forward request comma response. Okay, yeah, that's it. First I'm going to create my UI. So if you see here, so everything flow is completed. Now the data is in controller. Now I need to create u all students.jsp and render that JSP. Okay, that is only the pending now. Go to here, under the web content, right click, new JSP file. Okay, view hi Atul Patil, hi. Yeah, so view underscore so view underscore, are you able to hear my voice, guys? Yeah, view underscore view all students, right? View underscore all students.jsp. Click finish. So here you can give you all students, control S. Next body having some center tag, I'm going to display like one table header, slash table header. So yeah, table header having table rows, sorry, table header having table row slash table row. We have a 4 tds, td slash td. So first one is the roll number. So second td is the name of the student, name of student. Then third td is name of the student, and the third td is gender. And fourth td is course. Just save it and see the output here. View all student.jsp, just view all student.jsp, right? You just go ahead and give here dot slash view underscore all underscore students.jsp. Okay, then I'm going to run this, delete, hit enter. This is the admin page. So add student, view all students, right? If I click view all students, see some null pointer exception is there, you can find here. The server encoded an exception condition that prevent it from fulfill the request. View all students controller. Oh, something is missing. Null pointer exception, we will debug it. Student service Java 28. Okay, student service Java 28. Student service line number 28. Return student DAO dot view students. So view students. Okay, student DAO object. There is no object for student DAO, guys. I'm going to Control C, Control V. Okay, save it. Okay, now it's restarting. Now go to your browser and again you can click page, click view all students. Boom, our view all students JSP is displaying. Now along with I need to display the data, the DTO object also. Okay, see. So open controller, view all students controller. Now the data in set, list attributes. The name is list. Okay, go to admin view all students.jsp, get that attribute. Okay, using scriptlets. So list of student DTO list equals to request dot get attribute. The name of the attribute is list. Okay, it returns object type. Okay, that's what I'm going to casting to list type. Okay, or if you want you can use array list as well. Array list, anything you can use, no problem. Okay, that's it. So now I have a list having list of student DTOs. I'm going to iterate list and displaying into here. So tr is completed, th, after the th, so if you give here table, you can give border as 1 pixels, then it looks good. Then here I'm going to creating one more row. It means a for loop, right? That's what I'm going to use scriptlets. I'm going to iterate over for loop for. So I'm going to parse that list. Okay, student DTO DTO or something, or what, D, for example, D colon, which is in list. Okay, now D having the data. Now here you just close the scriptlet and here you can open the scriptlet. You can divide like this. Okay, because of I need to write some HTML code inside the for loop, that's what. So this is the actual syntax.
So here you can use table row slash table row. So multiple table rows it's going to render. So he have a 4 tds slash td. So I just copied this tds, control C, control V, control V, control V. Okay, 4 tds. So first td having roll number. So expression tag. So d, right, d dot get roll number. D means detail object, guys, student detail object. Next td scriptlet equals to d dot get name, okay, and then here scriptlets equals to d dot get gender. Then fourth td scriptlet, sorry, expression means expression having, I mean scriptlet have scriptlet comes along with the equal to, it's nothing but expression tag. Okay, expression d dot get course, simply course. Save it, control shift yes, save all the files. If you want you can clean the project. Okay, now my server is published. Go ahead and hit the URL, so delete it. Okay, this might be page, click view all students, boom. So all the data is rendering here, but along with this page I'm going to give the template files also. So this is the template files, right? Control C, where here, after here control V. So inside the div I'm going to give here body content. Okay, from center you can copy, control X, cut it and put it in the div, middle div, control S. Okay, and come back, refresh it and hit the U all students. Okay, nice. So center, fuse H1, use like a view all students. So this is the header tag, control S. So I'm going to apply any styles for this table, guys. Okay, just go to your add or refresh, then click view all students. What will happen, I am using h1 tag, right, where I am going to use view. Oh, I need to save it. Okay, now it's saved, view all students. Okay, view all students simply. So this is the all the list of students. If you want, if you go ahead and see internet the styles of the table, you can display like variety styles. Okay, this is the view all students. Next I want to delete the student. How to delete the student? It's a simple, guys, simple mechanism only. For deleting I want to create one JSP page, Ctrl Shift W, then under the web content new JSP file. So delete underscore student dot JSP. Next finish. Okay, so delete student. So we have a template, right? We need template admin home .jsp. You can copy these templates, control C, and delete student also, control V, and welcome page. Here you can write the content, put it in center tag, and one h1 tag for the header. Delete student, delete student page. Okay, now I'm going to develop one form. yeah, simple form only, so no need to give any table also. So this is the form tag. Form. So we have a name. Use split tags. First one is the name. Student roll number. Based on the student roll number only, we need to delete student roll number. Roll number. Okay. Then give one input file, input type as a text, and put it in name. Name equals to roll number. Roll number. Okay. Then I am going to give input type as a submit. Input type equals to submit button, and the value is delete button. Save it. Control S. And if you click this, if you need, you can give like one. You cannot able to stop, right? I think, yeah. Okay, if you want, you can put alert box also. Okay, just go ahead and create this. So action / delete. This is the servlet controller. Delete student controller. Okay, delete student controller. If you want, you can create student controller only one controller, then you can add all the methods inside it. Okay, but if you yeah, for understanding purpose only, I'm creating for each operation having one controller. Okay, one button. Yeah, save it. So this is the delete student.jsp, right? So open your header.jsp file, header.html file, and you can give that link / delete student.jsp. Control S. Oh, sorry, Control S. Save it and go to your home also, admin home, right? You can use that one also if you want. Go to your IDE. I'm going to home as admin home, admin underscore home.jsp. Okay, instead of going to hit the URL, you just click home. Okay, now it's refreshing. Now click add student. Add student is ready. You also delete student, right? If you click delete student, okay, delete student, what will happen? Delete student.jsp. Okay, you just enter your roll number and click delete. Okay, now see the controller. Now I'm going to create controller, this form controller. I'm giving here of action, right? I'm going to create this controller. Delete student controller. Control C. Go to your IDE and under the controllers, right click new servlet. The name of the servlet is delete student controller. Click next. So it is a post request, or you can use delete request also. I'm going to use post request. Next, or if you want, you can go do delete also. Okay, so I don't want this controller. Documentation, I can remove, Control D. Okay, so here I can get that string, not string, it is integer, int roll number equals to, how to get, by using request.get parameter. Request.get parameter, the name of the text box is roll number only, right? See here the name is roll number. Control C, can give here Control V. Okay, now roll number is there. I need to parse this request from string to integer dot parse int. Sorry, integer dot parse int of string of s. Delete. Here you can close it. Okay, now roll number is there. Based on the roll number we are going to delete. So you can directly go to that DAO layer, student DAO, and create one delete method, database delete method. So it should be public void delete, student delete or remove, anything you can use. Delete based on roll number. Based on roll number. If it is a single variable, no need to create any VO and VO objects, guys. Okay, directly send that roll number. Okay, now same procedure. We just create a connection and create prepare a statement, Control V, but I need to give delete student, delete underscore student. Query should change, right? Delete student. Just copy this and go to top and create the query. Private final string Control V equals to our query. What is the query? Delete from table name where roll number equals to question mark. This is the query, delete query, SQL query. So come here. Okay, put it in try and catch block. That's what I'm using here, template. Copy this, Control V, Control X, put it in try block. Now do the coding. So prepare statement is ready. Now I'm going to execute ps dot execute. Simply execute. It returns the boolean value status, boolean status equals to execute. Okay, now I'm going to return the status. Control X, you can put it as a global local variable. Status is false, false false. Now here status. Okay, now I need to return the status. Excuse me. Status, return status, correct, right? Then instead of void you can use boolean. That's it. I need to set that question mark positional parameter. So ps dot set, it's a integer, right? Set int of first question mark, the value is roll number, set int. What is that? Change it to set float. Oh, it's a big value, right? That's what it's asking, like a float. Okay, change it to set int. Why? Sorry, here integer. Yes, that's fine. Save it and return the status. I'm going to see here first, sysout status plus status. So I'm going to return, go to service, your service, student service, and create one method, public. It returns boolean value, boolean remove student. Okay, it gives roll number, string roll number, not string, integer, sorry, roll number. And here So we have a student DAO, control C, control V, student DAO, student DAO dot delete method by passing roll number. You just return here itself. It returns boolean, right? You can return boolean here simply. Okay, my service is ready. Save it and go to controller. Where is delete student controller? This one. So integer. Now I'm going to create an object of service. Okay, student service equals to null service equals to new student service. Next I'm going to call the method which is inside the service, student service start. What is a method? Remove student, right? Remove student. I'm passing the roll number simply. So it returns the boolean value, boolean status. So I'm going to check here also. First sysout controller boolean value plus status. Okay, execute this query now. Control Shift yes, you can save all the files. Okay, now it's restarting. Nice. So go to your browser, home, refresh it, and delete student, right? Delete student. So see the first view students, view all students. Click view all students. I am going to delete 777 value. Okay, 777 student. So delete student. Just give 777 and click delete. Okay, some will be get is not supported. Okay, so I'm going to give post here JSP. Where is that? Delete student.jsp, delete student.jsp. Here form is there, right? Under the form I need to give method is post method. Simply save it. If you want you can use delete method also. Is there delete is there? It is not there. Okay, you can use post method. Post. Okay, control shift yes and go to your browser and hit the URL. Okay, see all the students. Now 777 I'm going to display and delete it. 777 roll number and click delete. Okay, now see the console. False whether it is deleted or not. You can check. Go back, click view all students. Yeah, 777 is deleted, but the response is different. It is coming different, but 777 is not there. See. Okay, so I need to do some changes. Why it's not returning true? DAO, where is the DAO? Here. Okay, status is false. So status is called ps dot execute. So it returns false. If it is deleted, it returns false. Okay, that's what I'm going to give true here. If it is a false, then I'm going to give like a success message. It's a return type, reverse process. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to controller and I'm going to make it one message. I'm going to make one message. If status is false, okay, false, then I'm going to make one message string message equals to student deleted successfully. Okay, instead of white screen I'm going to display one message on top of the screen. Okay, so we are using like a request scope and send, I mean request dispatcher, right, to redirecting. But now I am going to use one more method, like send redirect method. Okay, second method, this one. Both are same, but some minor differences are there for these two methods, request dispatcher and send redirect. Now I am going to use send redirect, response dot send redirect method. Here we are using location URL of the uh, JSP page, okay, or UI page. If you want to redirect to facebook.com, you can give the Facebook URL in send redirect. It's redirected to I mean the page which is in outside of the project, okay. But redirect method, I mean send request dispatcher is redirecting the page which is inside the project, okay. Make sure slash, so it's JSP page delete underscore student dot JSP, okay. Save it. So just see here now, home, and delete student, view all students. I'm going to delete triple three value, okay. Delete student triple three, so delete it. So the record is deleted, there is no message. I need to display the message now. It's not redirecting to any other page, it's redirecting to same page. See, you all students, triple t is not there, triple three, okay. Now I'm going to give on that message. I need to send this message to request through the query parameter. Instead of putting request scope, I'm passing as a query parameter, guys. So syntax is question mark along with the URL. You can put question mark and use one variable, any variable message equals to, I am passing this MSG variable. Okay, that is a Java file right here. You can use scriptlets equals to close scriptlet, sorry, not scriptlet, here plus this MSG variable, control C, control V. This is called request variable, message as a request variable, okay. This is called not request, query variable, okay. Query parameter, message is a query parameter. Along with query you are passing variables are data, okay. Save it and go to delete student.jsp, get that data from the query variable. How to get, can use here scriptlet string message equals to, same here also same method, request dot get parameter here. If it is a request scope, you can use request get attribute, okay. Don't confuse, two methods are there, get parameter and get attribute. So what is the name, message, variable name is the message, okay. We are getting message and I'm going to check initial null value. If msg is equals to null, then just make it as a empty. So go to here form, under the form here you can use scriptlets or you can use h4 tag. So style color colon green, okay. Here you can pass, use expression tag and display that msg value, simply msg. Save it, control shift yes, save all the files. Now go to your browser. So I'm going to remove triple one, refresh the site. You all students, triple one, right. I'm going to delete triple one and delete it, okay. Student deleted successfully. If you see here, you all students, there is no student here, okay. Fine, now delete functionality is completed. So now final functionality, last functionality. So servlet development completed, JDBC connection completed. Next, add student controller, student service DAO is completed, okay. View all students at JSP development completed. Delete and updates only, update only the pending. Now see update functionality. So I'm going to create one update UI. So you can remove this delete student controller and header.html. Yeah, it's there. And admin home.jsp and delete student.jsp. You can remove this and create final one, last one. Under the web content, new JSP file, and I'm going to create the JSP file name is update student update student.jsp simply. Okay, next, and click finish. Update student as my title. Okay, update student as my title. Okay, update student is my title. Then I'm going to write one functionality. Same delete student is there, right? Delete student, where is that? Delete student.jsp. I'm going to copy that. Delete student. Yeah, delete student.jsp. I need this form. Center, from center tag. Okay, from div onwards I need, just copy this code, same code, control C, update student. So inside the body you can paste it here. So instead of here, update student. So h4 as of now you can put null message, or if you want you can remove this as of now message. So form action. So here I'm going to use search student controller. Here two operations are there. One is the get the student details, second one is the update the student details. Two operations, guys. Okay, search student controller, the post method, and student roll number, and the roll number, and the button name is the search. Okay, okay, fine. Now I'm going to display one more form. So this form is in one div, right? I'm going to put one form here, div search, class as a search, class equals to search functionality also I am going to implement here along with update. Okay, search. So you can cut it, control X, after the form, control V. Okay, this form is the search functionality form, and I'm going to create one more div for the updation div. Okay, div having one more form. So I have a add student functionality, add student.jsp. Can go ahead and copy that code, that, yeah, form, from form to here, control C, and update student, right here you can give control V. Okay, now see here, add student controller, right? Instead of this, update student controller, update student controller. I need to create two controllers. Okay, update student controller, the name student form, method post on submit, return, validate. Yeah, it's required, right? Validation required. If you want you can use validations logic also, otherwise validation is not required. If you want, if you can remove, you can practice in your PC. Okay, for time being I am removing that, and the student roll number, everything, but here this is the empty. Okay, we'll check. Control S, this is the update student.jsp, right? Go to header.html, give that link, dot slash update underscore student dot jsp, control S. So open your browser, so home, refresh, then click update student. Okay, boom, update student is there. First I need to get the roll number, If I give triple one, if I click search, the data is going to display here. Okay, then instead of add, I'm going to update. Yeah, so where is that update student.jsp? So here update, simply update, refresh it. Okay, update functionality. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to complete search functionality first. What is the controller name? Search student controller. Control C. So go to src, right click on the controller, new class, sorry, not a class, servlet, right? New servlet. I'm going to paste that servlet name. Next, and URL pattern is okay, and I need post method, do post method. Okay, and I don't want constructed or inherited things. Okay, now I'm removing this. Control D. Okay, first get the roll number, string, not string, integer, int roll number equals to, how to get, request dot get parameter, the name of this roll, the name of the text box is roll number, correct, right? Check it once. Update student, so roll number, control C, control C, control V, okay, and I need to parse this request, integer dot parseInt of the string value, this string value. Okay, now roll number is ready. Just go ahead and create one method in DAO class. So search in the sense get, right? Public, it returns one object, so one student DTO, one student DTO only. It's not a list of student DTOs, only one student DTO. Student, what we, oh sorry, public returns student DTO only, right? Student DTO get student details, get student details. So here string roll, based on the roll number, it's going to return. Okay, you just copy paste that logic, control C, control V. So connection con db connection and prepare statement. Instead of that logic, you can give this logic, view student logic, return student list, control C. But we don't want a list here, we just delete it, control D, and instead of here you can simply return this DTO, control C, control V. Okay, so the query I need to remove view student by roll number, or you can give like a search student. Okay, copy, control C, and give query here, private final string, control V, equals to, so our query, select query, select roll number, comma name, comma gender, comma course from student table name, where roll number equals to question mark. Okay, this is the SQL query. Okay, save it and come here, search student, right? So student list, you can delete this. So search student, ps.execute query, we have one question mark, before execution I need to set that question mark, ps dot set. So roll number is the integer, right? Set int. So first question mark having roll number, and to send roll number, roll number. Now execute the query, okay, and get the result set. But it's not a while, because of it get the only one record, because the roll number is the primary key. Not set primary key, but roll number is a unique, right? That's what only one record it's going to coming. So roll number, it's a integer, okay, roll number. And result set having only one record. That's what I'm using if condition. If next dto equals new dto, I'm creating object of student dto, and I am setting the dto, and finally return it. Okay, save and go to service, student service, and same you can give same type of method, control c, control v. So it returns student dto object, student dto object, and the method name is search student, search student int roll number, student dao equal to new student dao, student dao dot, the method name is, what is the method name? Get student details, no, add student, delete, view student, no, get student details, this one. So I'm giving roll number, save it. Now I'm going to return this student dto to the controller. So where is our controller? Search student controller. So here, right? So I'm going to initialize the service, student service, student service, service equals to new student service, or if you actually, this is not a standard, control x, null, service equals to new student service, service dot, okay, what is the method inside the service? Search student, search student, you just pass this roll number, okay, and get the student dto object, okay, you can import student dto, okay, and put the student dto in request scope, request dot set attribute, okay. So student, yeah, if you can use, simple dto. So here you can put dto object in request scope. So ultimately if it is a request scope, request scope, we need to use request dispatcher only, okay. So request dot get request dispatcher, get request dispatcher, the target file path. So the target file path is the same path only, same path in the sense, what is that, update student.jsp, right? Yeah, update context root slash update underscore student.jsp, okay, dot forward request response. So request dispatcher also I'm going to explain very clear. Actually I was explained in past tutorials, servlet tutorials, web application development tutorials. If you need in-depth knowledge in servlets and request dispatchers, everything, you can go ahead and check in my previous tutorial, okay. Web development applications, okay. So request dispatcher is ready. Now I'm going to put request scope and redirecting into update student.jsp. Open update student.jsp, update student.jsp, and get the data. So I'm going to, so get the dto object, student dto, dto equals to, it is in request scope, right? Request dot, here get attribute, not parameter, here attribute, get attribute of name of the thing is dto simply, okay, which is written object format. That's what I'm going to typecast into student dto, typecast into student dto. Okay, fine. Now student dto object is ready. I'm going to iterate iterate to DTO object, iterate to our object. So see, I'm going to display the values in here. For example, here I'm going to write the Java code. Sorry guys, some technical issue. Okay, here no need for loop actually. So have a data, right? Okay, what is that? Here DTO having one record only, so no need for loop. So here see, student roll number, I'm going to give student roll number value here. Okay, value equals to, okay, so scriptlets equals expression tag, what is that? DTO, right? DTO dot get roll number, get roll number, get roll number. Okay, get roll number. Are you able to hear my voice, guys? Okay, fine. So yes, so I'm just going to check whether the data is displaying or not. Click home, refresh the site, and go to what are all the students is there? Only 1 2 3 only there. So 1 2 3. So update student, something update student.jsp at line 33. Sorry, we'll check what is the exception. Need to debug. Update student line number, here they're mentioning 33, right? Okay, see, what is the exception details? Null pointer exception. Okay, fine. At very first time it comes as a null, guys, null. Okay, that's what I'm going to check. Null condition, null check. If DTO dot equals or double equals to null, okay, then we can set as a default one. Okay, like, see, control C, control, because of we are using this DTO object into here, that's why if it is a null, then it's throwing null pointer exception. That's what I'm going some dummy data. Student DTO equals to new student DTO, new student DTO. Okay, new student DTO. I'm going to give DTO dot set roll number, so empty. So DTO dot set name also empty. Okay, DTO dot set gender as empty. Okay, empty. What is that function? I think insert. Function insert, where is that insert key? Here. Okay, nice. Set name and codes, DTO dot set codes. Set codes is empty. Okay, check it. Control S. Set roll number, say I think it's not taken as a empty. Set roll number as 0 shell value. DTO dot set roll number 0. Okay, 0. But see here, so go to your site, hit that link, and update student. See, now it's displaying but 0. Okay, we need to remove that. So I'm going to give triple 1. If I click search, the triple 1 is going to displaying here, but not. Why it's not coming? Okay, we'll check what will happen. So here it's taking DAO. If it is a DAO, if DAO having null, do this. I'm going to check whether it having data or not. System dot out dot println the DTO. Save it and clear the console. Go to your site and update student, refresh it. So 2 times I refreshed, so 2 nulls are coming, I think so. Yeah, 2 nulls, fine. Now I'm going to give enter the data. 111 is there, right? See if you want. Oh sorry, 123 is not 111. Okay, update student, give 123 and search. Boom, 123 is coming. But it is a actual format. Okay, we'll see. Same thing we can give. Okay, there is no problem. Just go ahead and complete that. So same like student roll number, student name we need to set here. Value equals to, okay, expression tag, expression equals to dto dot get name, okay, and close the expression. Okay, fine. Next, gender also text box, right? We are using text box, so radio button is not required here. Input name, gender, checked. You can delete it. Okay, not delete. Input name checked. You can remove this checkbox or control Z. Check down. You can remove this. And gender value is male. So instead of this value, yeah, okay. Simply you can remove this and put it in one type equal, right? Instead of type, you can text. You can put text box. Okay. So delete it. Radio. I think we need some JavaScript for this, but no need to go for that much hard level. Simply we can put on text box value is scriptlet equals to, what is that, dto dot get gender. Same here, course also we are going to use only one normal text box. You can copy this text box, control C. You can remove this select. Okay, select, delete it. And if you want, you can remove this span tag also. We are not going to perform any validations. So here you can paste it. Gender name is a course, value is dto dot get course, get course. Okay, get course, type is the text value. Okay, that's it. Save it and go to your site and check whether the data is coming or not. So view all students and update student. I refresh the site. So 123 you can search here. If you click search, the data is displaying here. So whatever you want, you can change here. Okay, the data. So if you want, I want to change my name. I'm going to change here. Okay, I want to change like any, like this. Then click update. Then it's going to save into, updated into database. That is only the functionality we needed. And roll number is not going to change because of its one time only unique, right? So it's not allowed to user change the roll number. That's what I'm going to put. Student roll number, input type text, roll number. Here I think disabled or something is there. Check. Disabled equal to disabled. Okay, save it. And now see, resubmit form not required, 123 123. See, it is in disabled form, so user may not user should not change this roll number. Okay, and by default, for example, one more issue is there, one more bug is there, I'm going to resolve this, so it is a 0. Otherwise you can leave it. How can you see? Okay, if you want, you can do this. If you want to remove that 0 also, you can see here, set roll number is equals to 0, right? Set roll number, okay, it's enough guys, 0 is there. We can make it, or otherwise if you really required it, if you really required in the sense, you can do one more checking, like what is this, we are missing anything or what? Type equal to text, close td and tr, correct only, right? I think correct only. Okay, so you can check here if dto dot get roll number is 0. Okay, get roll number equals to 0. Then how can we check roll number equals to 0? Okay, see, if it is a 0, you can use one string variable here, string roll num equals to some empty. So here roll number, if it is a 0, you can give roll number having string roll number the empty, so string roll number equals to, you can use empty, otherwise yeah, we will sort it out, no problem. Else roll num equals to, so integer value, right? dto dot get roll number dot toString. toString is there, right? No, so here you can make it as a string. String is there? No, sorry, it's not a string. Actually, one more parsing, string dot value of, one more class is there inside the string class. We can use that to converting integer to string. Okay, string dot value of, see here, value of boolean, value of char, value of char, value of char, value of integer, value of float. Okay, value of integer we need simply. Okay, we can do, as a programmer we can do anything guys, anything is possible. Okay, roll number is coming, that's it. These are small validations. If you want, if it is a 0, or otherwise you can remove one condition. If it is not equal to 0, see, if it is not equal to 0, then put this condition in top for performance issue, control X, control V. Okay, if it is a not equal to 0, then put it here and remove else condition simply. So by default it is in null only, right? That's what. Okay, simple, right? Yeah, control S. So I'm going to give this here, instead of that roll number, control C, I'm going to give roll number, get name, get roll number here, instead of this control V. Everything is possible. Okay, control S. So see now, so this 0 only the bug. I'm going to do some logic, we'll check update student. See, there is no 0 now, it's perfect. If you click 1 2 3, click search, the data is coming. Okay, fine. Now update functionality only the pending. Now see, so what is that here, form name update controller. Okay, copy it and create one controller, right click on the controller and new, and paste create one servlet. Okay, servlet. So update controller. Okay, update controller. Just a second. I think uh, okay, I'm going to share this. Application was unable to start correctly. Click OK to close the application. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Okay, enough. Okay, fine. Application unknown software exception. Okay, just remove it. Java servlet or HTTP servlet request. My controller. Click next. And okay. So okay, click next. Then I want do post. Not I don't want do get. And click uncheck the constructors. Click finish. Okay. Now fine. Control D. I am going to remove this content. So okay, fine. Now I'm going to get the all the data. So I have already code right in add student controller. I'm just go to that add student controller, copy that, copy this, and student vivo. I'm going to copy this and student service until okay. Copied this and paste it into here. Simply, I am getting a roll number, a name, gender, codes from the update student. Okay, then I am going to create student view object. I'm going to initialize here student vivo student vivo equals to null. Okay, here I'm creating student vivo object and set it into all the data, and I'm going to create student service student service equals to null. Initializing here, I'm creating the object, so I'm calling the method inside the service. Before that, go to DAO, our DAO class. Where is that? Student DAO. So here you can write the update functionality. So public, it should be public. It returns, I'm not sure what it will going to return. As of now, I'm putting the void. So update student. So it's having vivo object. Okay, so student, same logic, student vivo. Now we have a add functionality, right? Same you can try. Copy this, Control C, Control V, connection and query update underscore student. This is the query I'm going to generate. Control C, go to top, the final query, private final string. So the query is update query, update table name is the student, set, I need to set the new values. Roll number is not going to update, right? So I don't want roll number, only name equals to question mark comma name, gender equals to question mark, and course okay, equals to question mark. Okay, update student. So I'm going to set new values. I'm going to create where condition where roll number equals to question mark. Based on the roll number, I'm going to update that entire table, I mean record. Okay, save it and go to the town. Okay, my query is ready. PS start set int of 1, not 1. First is the now name, right? First name. See, PS start set string. First one is the name. Set string. First one is the name. Student bo dot get name. PS dot set string. Second one is the gender. So second one is the gender. Okay, student bo dot get gender. Third one is the course. PS dot set string. So third parameter. Okay, student bo dot get course completed. Okay, now I'm going to give last where condition question mark, right? Roll number question mark is the first question mark. In from where point of it is the first. Okay, okay, we'll check from first or fourth. Okay, we will check, no problem. Set int so fourth parameter roll number. Based on the roll number we are going to generate. Delete it. Now status, just remove it. So PS dot execute update method. Execute update, it returns integer value. Delete. So that's what I'm going to give integer as a return value. Here I'm going to give int I, not here. At the top, int I equals to 0. I'm giving initialize that I value. Here I'm getting the I value and return it simply. I'm going to return. So roll number, create a variable roll number. Sorry, not a roll number. Student bo, right? Student bo, control V, student bo dot get roll number. Get roll number. Okay, based on roll number. Okay, fine. And I'm going to remove this. Control D. I'm going to return I value. Return I simply. Okay, my DAO is ready. And go to service, my student service. So here you can write public int. So the method name is modify student, de and student, modify student. So we got the which one, vivo object, right? This one, student vivo. Control C, control V, and do this mapping. Do this from changing vivo to DAO, sorry, vivo. Okay, you can do it. Control C, you can do the same. Control V, and after that we have a DAO class. You just create the object of DAO. Control V, and student DAO dot, what is the method? Update method, right? Where is that? Update student. So I'm going to pass BO object. So it returns integer value. I'm going to return. That's it. Save it and go to controller, student controller, search student controller, update student controller, right? Update student controller. So I'm going to call that modify method. Student service dot modify student, and I'm passing student view object. So it returns integer value int I. So I'm going to check if I is not equals to 0, then I'm going to print like a how we can print sysout. You can put sysout simply. Sysout successfully updated. For example, for normal response purpose, control shift yes, save all the files. So clean the project. Okay, it's already cleaned. Clear it and go to site. View all students, only one student only, right? See 1 2 3 Phani Java. Okay, I'm going to change name and course. What will happen? I'll check. So 1 2 3, I'm going to search first. So Phani, I'm going to change name, and I'm going to, instead of Java, I'm going to give HTML and click update. So some internal error, null pointer exception, we'll find out. Go to that IDE and expand it. Number format exception. Okay, number format exception, somewhere it comes as a null. Update student controller, line number 23. Update student controller, line number 23. We'll see. Line number 23, roll number equal to integer dot parseInt request dot get parameter of roll number. Roll number, sorry, what is this roll number? Why I'm giving this? See here the page, update page. Where is that? Where is that? Update student.jsp. Here, what is the name? Student roll number, text roll number only, right? Name is the roll number. Okay, control C, disabled, value equal to roll number, ID, that is ID. Okay, fine. I think correct only. Roll number, control C. Okay, we'll check, we'll debug, no problem. Add student, update student controller, integer dot parseInt request dot get parameter. Oh, sorry, it is a string format. Why? Okay, parsed it in int and put it in integer value. First I need to check whether the string value is coming or not. Okay, sys out. So request dot get parameter. So debugging is the most important concept, guys. Code, everyone is going to write a code, but debugging only the issue. Some of the persons is not going to debug. So request dot get parameter of roll number. Okay, we'll see whether it is displaying or it's showing null. We'll check. So refresh it. Okay, oh shit, it's a form resubmission. You should not do that. Go to home, refresh and click update student. 1 2 3, search. So set roll number. I think roll number, it's disabled, right? That's what the value is not coming. Maybe the tag, yes. Okay, if we click update, so what is that? Input roll number cannot be resolved to a variable. Roll number cannot resolve to a variable. Line number 30, roll number, student management system, roll number, controller 30. Okay, we'll see. I think due to that disabled only it may come. Requested get parameter of roll number. If it is comes as a null, it's not going to. Roll number I already commented, right? Oh, here. for example, I'm going to hard code here, hard code it, Control S, and okay, we'll check now. Yeah, it comes as a null. Out.println, whether it is this one only, no, plus request.get parameter, save it, request.get parameter. Okay, shift S. Now go to your site and update student, update student 123, click search 123. Okay, I'm going to change HTML, for example. If you click update, okay, now it's coming, now it's changed, but see here the value is null. Okay, it comes as a null, so that is the mistake here. I think due to that, see, if I remove that disable tag, update student, roll number is disabled. I'm going to remove this, delete it, Control S, Control S. I think maybe the problem with the disable tag in this browser. So update student, sorry, update student. Now give 123, click search. So I'm going to HTML, I'm going to click update. See, now it comes as a 123. See, so the problem is with that query, that disable tag. Okay, just remove it. So one more syntax error, SQL syntax, you have an error in your SQL syntax. Course equals to HTML where roll number equal 123 at line 1. Okay, we'll check. Set column name correct only. Where is the DAO? Student DAO, go to student DAO. So update student, update student, update student, update table name student. So set column name equal to question mark, column 2, column 3, where roll number equals to question mark, correct only. So view student equals to set roll number, pto dot set roll number. What is that? We are get not this one. Update student, sorry, set string 1 student bo dot get name. So first question mark is going to take roll number or what? SQL syntax, check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL server version for the right syntax. To use near course equals to HTML where column number equals to 1 2 3. Okay, I will try to implement maybe MySQL problem like that it's showing. I'm going to copy this query, go to here, I'm going to try to update here itself. Okay, Control V, student set name equals to same Phani, gender equals to male, and course equals to comma course equals to some HTML where roll number equals to 123. Okay, semicolon, then hit that. You have another new SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponds to your MySQL server versions for the right syntax to use near double colon at line 1. Okay, okay, fine. Now try. Okay, now it's updated. Super. This is the actual query. Control C. You can put it in your here. Sorry guys, I missed comma here. That's the problem. Okay, simple mistake. Delete, select star from student. Sorry, see only comma, only the mistake. Now it's changed, right? Okay. The problem is comma. I missed out that comma. Okay. Control Shift S. So go to your site. So hit it. So update student. So give 123 search 123 Phani mail HTML, right? I'm going to change HTML to Java. Okay, update. Now see, it's updated. Delete and update student or view all students. So it's a Java. It's changed. Now it's working. Now I'm going to display one message. So successfully updated. Everything is fine. Now I'm going to send this message to the top layer. Search student.controller. Search student.controller. Update student.controller here, right? So instead of this sysout statement, string msg, same we are doing previously, right? Same thing you can do. Control C, Control V, Control V, and you can delete it. Response dot send redirect. Send redirected to send redirect to the target location dot slash update student. Update underscore student. Update student dot JSP. Along with JSP, I'm going to send this MSG variable. Okay, MSG variable. MSG equals to plus MSG. That's it. So go to your update JSP update student.jsp. Here you can get that variable. String MSG equals to request dot, we are setting query parameter guys, so request dot get parameter. Since it is a query parameter, I am using parameter. If it is a request scope, using attribute is the recommended one. Okay, message. So I'm going to initial check. MSG equals to null, and I'm going to set as a empty. So I'm going to display this MSG into here. So form right here h4. So open script, let's expression giving MSG. So here you can use like style color colon green. Save it. Control Shift S. Go to your site and home. Update student. So 123 search. So instead of I'm going to change my name. So hit that update. Boom, successfully updated. Okay, fine, nice. Now you can see here, go to you all students Now it is updated. Okay, so this is about the code operations of student management system, guys, end-to-end example. Now I'm going to see all the operations now. So this is the home. So if I want to add a student, add student, so I'm going to give a number, roll number, so Tony, so male, so Java, click add student. Okay, successfully added. Super. Now see that view all, if you click view all students, so all the students is going to display here. And delete student, I want to remove this 4444. Okay, go to delete and paste it into here and click delete. Okay, student deleted successfully. Now see that all the students, so 4444 is not there. Okay, and go to that updated student. If you want to update the student, give the roll number of the student, click search. So under data is coming, so I want to change like angular is not there. Okay, no problem. And instead of Fanindra Kumar, give Phani. Okay, now click update. Okay, successfully updated. If you see view all students, then Phani and angular will change. Okay, this is about student management system, guys. So if you have any doubts, just ping me through my mail ID. Okay, if you might like video, just like it and share it. For more updates, please subscribe. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. For more updates, please subscribe this channel. If you need doubts,